Okay, I'm on Instagram, I am on Facebook now, and I'm like doing something with my laptop. It's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine. How are you guys feeling with this full moon energy? I feel like I'm about ready to bust out of my skin. It is crazy. I have so much freaking energy, and I can't decide if it's like, hey Dana, I can't decide if it's like the full moon or if it's just the energy and the excitement that I'm feeling of the things that are coming on and coming up. And I might have to talk a little bit louder. If you guys, can you feel that? Can you feel the energy? It's wild right now. Hey Morgan, as you guys are hopping on, make sure you say hi. Make sure you do hashtag replay if you're watching the replay. Tell me how you're feeling under this full moon. Yeah, totally normal. Dana says, I have a harder time falling asleep during the full moon. Girl, me too. So it's totally normal during the full moon. New moon isn't as, yay! New moon isn't as potent, I feel like, energetically. It's more of a time to go inward. And if you sync your period, you guys know, if you follow me, I don't do TMI. So like whatever. If you sync your period with the moon, it's really a time to go within when we hit the new moon. However, PMS, like the rise and fall of our hormones, can cause us to not sleep as well. So fun fact. Jennifer said she's been feeling uber exhausted. So if you see me looking back and forth, I'm on Facebook and Instagram, just spreading the love everywhere. If you guys are not in my And She Rises community, definitely make sure that you add yourself to that. That is on Facebook. And yeah, there's no right or wrong with the full moon. It can make you feel exhausted. It could make you feel energetic. It is the Aries full moon. What I was going to say is, now that I hear them again, I live on an Air Force base. We live like right across from the flight line. The B-1s are so loud. I'm just going to talk louder. So whatever, we're not going to hold for the sound of freedom unless it's obnoxious. We'll see. It is an Aries full moon, and I'm an Aries rising, which maybe that has something to do with it and why I'm so like, blah, 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 blah. Plus I'm a Gemini, so I love to talk. Anyway, today we are going to be talking about trusting your intuition, moving anxiety. I did a reel on Instagram yesterday, and that was super fun, and I'll talk about that too. Journaling the bad experiences, and the one thing I got more of than therapy or anything else that I've done is something that a follower messaged me, and it just filled my heart so much. Okay, so we're gonna see how much we can accomplish in a short amount of time because I gotta go get my kids. So let's do this. Okay, as you are listening, watching, if it vibes with you, if it resonates with you, make sure you give me emoji. I'm a Gemini. I like to talk. I want to hear from you. Again, hashtag replay if you're watching the replay. So trusting your intuition. This aside, the full moon aside, this might be why I'm so excited. So this morning I was like washing my hands, and I was like fixing stuff for the kids for school, and just really starting my day and just like in the zone. And I got this ping. It wasn't even something that I had really been thinking about, but I've been thinking about course creation, and it's something that's been on my heart for a very, very long time. It just has been put on the back burner. Life, right? Mom life, military wife life, 2020, need I say more? It's just a situation. And so I've just been in a state of allowing that, and trusting that what is going to come through will come through when it's meant to, when I'm meant to receive it. That doesn't mean I'm sitting around like sipping on some, like having a glass of wine. I would say margaritas, but I really cannot stand margaritas. I think they're disgusting. Ugh. Anyway, I do like wine though. So it's not like I'm sipping wine, eating chocolate, and just being like, I'm just gonna wait and receive and do nothing. I take inspired action. When the ideas come down the pipe, I take that inspired action, whatever that looks like. So I wanna share with you what that can look like. There's no right or wrong, and each of us may experience something different. And I will say this too, sometimes it comes through in a different form. So it could feel like an aha moment, like, oh my gosh, wow, that's it. It could feel like a ping of excitement. Literally this morning, I haven't gotten this specific feeling. Sometimes it comes through as fear, which I'll share about in just a second, but Today for me, it felt like a ping of excitement in my heart and like almost like down to my solar plexus. It felt like a hell yes. And so sometimes it comes through like that. Sometimes it comes through with as energy. I feel like I need to be like dancing and moving around. I'm just gonna like fall all over my words because I'm so excited today. It can come through as nervousness. It could come through as really anything that you know is going to take you to the next step. It is a sign that you have been waiting for, that you know feels like a next step, even if it's scary, even if it's uncomfortable, if it brings you joy and excitement, if you know it's going to take you to the next level, that is the information coming down for you. So what do you do to enable yourself to trust your intuition more? When that ping of excitement, when that nervousness comes up, when that feels like a next step for you, you have to take the step. You just do. In order to trust your intuition more, well, how do you put forth trust in someone you know? Well, you give them the benefit of the doubt. Well, why not give your intuition the benefit of the doubt? Your higher self, your angels, guides, and loved one, God, source, universe, whoever, it doesn't matter. Whoever it is that feels aligned for you, how do you trust more? You give them the benefit of the doubt. You do the thing and you see what comes up for you. I talk about this a lot in my podcast, Rise Within Conversations, which is on all the platforms. Trusting your intuition. So definitely you can check out, I don't know what episode it is, but there is an episode specifically that I dive into this. And this has come up a lot, as well as I'm having some conversations with you guys as I've opened the wait list for my spiritual life coaching program that starts next month. The next round starts next month. And I've heard, okay, like I've heard this from my guides. It feels like a yes. It feels like I'm nervous, but I'm ready. And so what do? You take the next steps. You take the next steps. And no pressure from me at all. Like, you know what feels good, what feels aligned, what feels best for your highest and best good. I can't tell you that. What I can tell you, I can give you journaling prompts. I can guide you in helping you make the best decision for yourself. And so yeah, spiritual life coaching program, PS, since I just like word vomiting over here, starts on Monday. Deadline is Sunday. I have 2, maybe 3 spots depending on a conversation that's going on right now. So if you've been thinking about it, if you are ready to, what this looks like for me as a spiritual life, as a soul alignment coach, is helping you realign yourself with your soul, with shedding the layers. So my spiritual life program, we shed the layers and shine light on who you are underneath the anxiety, underneath the overwhelm, underneath the stress, underneath the freaking chaos of life. And I help you see what maybe you haven't been seeing, and I hold a container for you to be able to heal, and I give you the tools to be able to help you move forward with guidance and support and coaching. We also do quantum Reiki healing. You get a full 1 hour one-on-one, and I do a group just for my one-on-one clients. It's a whole beautiful experience. I'm loving it so much. So if you're feeling aligned to it, shoot me a message or go to andsherises.com, click on spiritual life coaching. All the information's there. So trust your intuition by taking the next steps. Moving anxiety. I did an Instagram reel, and you guys, I'm loving the reels. It's like TikTok, but on one of my favorite platforms, which is Instagram. And I love Instagram. And I just like couldn't figure out like the whole TikTok situation. So just like, whatever. I just get on it to watch people, like, they're so creative. People are so funny and they're so creative. So these reels are like little 15, if you guys have not seen them yet, go to my profile and then just watch some of them. They're so fun. So these reels are 15 seconds to now a minute. I saw that Instagram is allowing us to do. And last night I did one on moving anxiety, how to release anxiety. And I gave you 6 quick tips, including a fun bonus, which is dancing. And I danced to it, and this is just that song, This Is How We Do It. You guys remember that song? It's totally from the 90s. I love dancing around and releasing, just having fun, but also releasing anxiety. So this is not one that's talked about a whole lot, but a really amazing way to release anxiety from your body is to dance. I have 2 boys and a husband and a couple dogs and a cat, and you guys, nobody's ever paying attention to me. They're like, oh my God, mom's talking again. Or my husband's like, whatever, in his own world. And I'm just like, whatever, I'm just going to dance around the house. Nobody's paying attention. The dog is not even watching me, so whatever. When we dance, we allow that energy to move through your body. It's moving your lower chakras. It's releasing negative energy and that funky energy. You can meditate. You can journal. You can ground yourself by putting your feet on the earth. You can get out into nature and go for a walk. Talk to a friend, a life coach, a therapist. Take a relaxing bath. Movement is amazing for release. And so yeah, the dancing and then the singing. You don't have to be a professional dancer or singer to move energy, you guys. Just move in a way that feels good, that feels fun for you. Who freaking cares? So with the singing, this is really like the vibration of singing will help you release energy as well. But specifically the throat chakra, what is that aligned with? I know a lot of people really struggle with this. Many of my group Reiki healing sessions, something in the throat always comes up. I feel it in as a lump in my throat. Will most often be what I experience for the group or even a lot of one-on-one clients. What does this mean? It's authenticity, self-expression, speaking your truth. Many times we hold back what it is that we need to say, and that's not serving us. It's okay to speak your truth, but you can also, to clear it, you take those actions by asking yourself, what am I not saying that needs to be said? And how can I say it in a loving way that's also going to serve me? And how can I live more authentically to how it is? How can I live my truth? And just journal on those things. But singing will also clear it out. And if you don't feel amazing after you've been dancing around, maybe you just need to change the music. I have a really fun playlist called Empowered Women Rising on Spotify. If you want to just shoot me a message and I'll send it to you. And it's got a lot of high vibe. I want to say there's only one male singer on there, but every other one is female. It's like a female empowerment playlist, and it is a vibe. But I'll usually put on 90s music or the fun rap hip hop from the early 2000s. I love it. I'm a rock girl, but dancing around a rock, hey Samantha, but dancing around a rock just doesn't do it for me. So moving that anxiety, the stress, the overwhelm, the funky energy, the stagnant energy that's in your body by dance, by singing, and just having fun and playing. Bring out that inner child and give yourself what it is that you need. Okay. If you have any questions about trusting your intuition, moving anxiety, feel free to comment below and I will dive deeper into that. Let's talk about a couple more things, and I have a couple more minutes, and this one came up. We're kind of talking about all the things that have come up recently that you guys have been sharing with me. That's ooh, I really need to learn more about this, or I'm struggling with this. So the intuition and the moving of anxiety is a really big one. So something that I was having a conversation with someone behind the scenes was, when we're talking about the realm of manifesting and bringing more into our life of what we desire and how we can avoid bringing something in that we do not want, she asked me, if I'm journaling on bad experiences or negative experiences or wounds that I'm working through or trauma that I'm working through, am I attracting more of that in my life? And my short answer is no, you are not. What brings more of that experience into your life is when you continue to sit in that specific situation, replaying it in your mind and thinking that there's never going to be another way. That's the short version. The kind of a little bit longer or more robust way to look at it is the quantum field. When we're working with the quantum field, we can shift at any moment in time. We have an opportunity to shift at any moment in time. It is powerful, the energy that we can work with. You are powerful. I cannot express this enough. You are so freaking powerful. So, how do we shift this? First of all, working through an experience, a trauma, a wound, or a situation, something like that, will help you heal. It's going to allow you to just get it all out, write it down on a paper, from head to paper, and allow yourself to work through it, to get it all out, write out all the things, then journal. How is this making me feel? Why am I feeling like this? How can I see this differently? This is the shift. How can I see this differently? And as you're working through this is a short version, you guys, but as you're working through this, you can choose to shift and tell yourself a new story. That doesn't mean that the situation, the trauma, the experience that you had doesn't exist. It just simply means that you are choosing to work through it, to heal through it, to allow yourself to be like, okay, what can I take from this? What new story can I tell myself? That new story becomes a new programming, because it's okay to know that we've had these experiences. It's also okay to know that just because we've experienced this thing, and I don't take this stuff lightly at all, but just because we've experienced this thing does not mean that we can't live a good life. You can live a good life. You can. And so if you want to dive more fully into this, go to my website, click free resources, do Journal to Your Soul, or my most recent episode of Rise Within Conversations. I talk about how to journal to heal, and I go into it deeper because it came to my attention that even though I talk about journaling quite a bit, it can be very kind of like overwhelming, or what's the word I'm looking for? Not overwhelming. It can kind of be, I can't think of the word right now, but it can feel just like a lot. Like you're looking at this page and you're like, okay, what do I do now? Like I see this piece of paper. What do I do with all this information that I have in my head? And how do I get it out? And how do I work through it? So I share that with you. My Journaling to Heal method is amazing. It's what I've used to heal. Intimidating. Yes, intimidating. Thank you, Colleen. It can be very intimidating to look at that page and be like, oh my God, what do I do with all this information that's sitting in my head that is going on? How do I work through this? How do I get to the other side? This is my process that I've used to heal a lot of things within myself that I continue to, because I'm human. I've had experiences. I continue to live a human life having experiences. And what I will tell you is that it gets easier. The first time will probably be really tough, and it might bring up a lot of emotions. And as you continue to work through it, it will get easier and easier and easier. Okay, so check that out. AndSheRises.com is my website. I will probably drop these links in Facebook on the comments. That way you guys can check them out. Last thing, I gotta go get my kids in a couple minutes. So last thing I wanted to talk to you guys about, and actually two things. The reason why I'm so freaking excited, aside from the moon, is I have been working on Woo Woo 101. If you guys don't remember this, or if you're new here, hi. I released my ebook, my free ebook called Woo Woo Basics, about almost a year and a half ago. Holy crap, I cannot believe it's been that long. With intentions, I was currently working on Woo Woo 101. That summer happened to be a summer from hell for me. I was having a really tough situation and just didn't have it in me to do more than I was already doing. It got put on the back burner and I was like, okay, I'll work on it later. And then I started working out at the beginning of the year, boom, COVID. And kids were at home all the time and I was just like, I don't have time for this. I just don't. So I'm not going to put the energy of frantic. I'm not going to put in the energy of I'm trying to hurry through this. I'm going to allow the information is there. I already have the outline. I already know what I'm going to say, but I need to trust that it's supposed to be birthed into the world when it's going to be birthed into the world. Girlfriend, it's coming. It's coming. I will be releasing it probably in the next week and a half-ish. Please don't hold me to that. But I am definitely close. There's some things I'm working on in the background. I'm also working with a website designer. Don't know how this is all going to come together. I'm just trusting it's almost done. So I'm so excited. I've just been like vibing so high today, like so excited. And there was an idea for another course. I told you these have been on my heart for years. That's called Reclaiming You. And that was the thing this morning that came to me again. And I was like, it just like for some reason, Reclaim You came to my head. And then about 5 to 10 minutes later, I was like, oh my God, I have an outline for this. It is time. And so I started searching through my Google Drive and I was like, it's like pretty much here. I'm so excited. So I'll be working on that. I don't know when that will come, but it's definitely in the works. We are pregnant with another course being getting ready to be birthed. So anyway, so that's why I'm so excited. So be on the lookout for that. So many cool things, so many opportunities. Woo Woo 101 is going to be $111. If you pay in full, I'll have different payment plans as well. If you pay in full, the first 10 women that pay in full, or men, I'm not like biased, like if you're a dude and you want to learn more about crystals and spirituality, I'm really making spirituality simple is what I'm doing. It's going to be crystals, meditation basics, the art of smudging, going within, new moon and full moon rituals as the bonus, and a couple others. But yeah, so the first 10 will get into my group Reiki for free. And if you pay in full, and then I also have 2 different payment plans as well that you can do. You could have it paid for in a month or in 6 weeks. So whatever feels best for you. So yeah, I'm super excited. Yay. So yeah, the last thing I wanted to share with you is this. After the last live video, yeah, and be on the lookout for this. I will be posting more information as I'm ready to launch it. I'll be putting it in my stories, definitely in the email, posting about it, all the places. I'm like gonna shout it from the rooftops because I'm so freaking excited. Like this is being birthed because of women like you guys have been asking me for all of this information, and I'm just like, so excited. Okay, so after one of the last live videos I had, somebody messaged me this. She said something like this: this one thing I got more of than therapy and almost anything else I've ever tried. She said she could not stop crying. She said that it was amazing that in just one video, and this was a live video that I did in Anti Rises. I believe I actually put it in my stories yesterday because so much came through, and it was with an oracle card reading and me just speaking about whatever it was that was coming through for you guys. And then we got into the conversation of the spiritual life coaching. And I 110% can relate with this. Can you feel the breaking point of being at a point where it's like, I cannot take this anymore. There has got to be another way. There has to be another way. Shit has to change. I cannot take it anymore. Something's got to give. I have been there. That is why I'm here today, because I know to my core what it's like to have anxiety so bad, heart palpitations so bad. It feels painful. It's literally painful. I know what it feels like to feel like you're alone, to feel like all you're doing is crying and being desperate, like looking for answers. I started doing so many different things. And I was like, what's the answer? And that was where I found my spirituality. That was when I hired a spiritual based life coach. That was why I started diving into meditation more, journaling more. What else? Crystals, the oracle cards. Oh my God, I love my oracle cards. That is the core reason why I became a Reiki practitioner. I'm certified in Usui Reiki as well as Quantum Reiki, Quantum Grandmaster, Higher Consciousness Healing, and just angelic healing, like all the things. And I'm a certified spiritual life coach as well. And I just cannot tell you how much power you have in you when you decide, that's it. There's got to be another way. What can I do? Where can I shift? What do I need to do? What are the steps that I need to do? And being so curious about yourself. And so I encourage you, if that's where you are and you're curious about some more of this stuff, be on the lookout for Woo Woo 101 when it does launch. That will help you tap into your spiritual journey. Be curious about the things that you're wondering. Get on Google, check it out, reach out, post in And She Rises. This is your group too. And if you are wanting to have a container of support, if you're wanting to be able to experience what it's like to have a life coach or as well as that container of support, my spiritual life coaching program is open, and the deadline to enroll is this Sunday. We start on Monday. It is 4 weeks. I have a couple different package options. You can do 1, 2, or 3 months. And I have extended payment plans as well. So I have all kinds of different payment plans to make this a little bit easier for you to be able to invest in yourself. Investing in yourself, taking time for yourself. Hi, Christina. Taking time for yourself, investing in yourself is the most unselfish thing that you can do. We no longer have to live in a world where mom puts herself last, where wife puts herself last, where the woman puts herself last. You can put yourself first. And when you put yourself first, you fill your own cup and you give yourself something to be able to give to others, because you can't pour from an empty cup. You just can't. I know from experience that we reach a wall where we're exhausted, we're burnt out, we're stressed, we're overwhelmed, we're anxious about everything. We're snippy and short with the kids or with the husband or with your friends. I have been there. And so if this is speaking to you, shoot me a message. You guys know I am only going to give you the information and help guide you and support you in a way that feels good for you, and trust in the timing for you, because I fully trust in the timing for you. So trust in that timing for yourself. And it's andsherises.com. Click on Spiritual Life Coaching. On Facebook, I'll put this in the comments for you after I pick up my kids. And let me know if you have any questions at all. I am here for it. And Samantha asked that last video. It is pinned to the top of And She Rises. It is so good. And also it is on my IGTV. It's like a 53-minute video. I won't lie, it's kind of long. Here's what I do. When I am watching videos or listening to podcasts, is somebody kind of anxious or nervous? I'm shaking all of a sudden. When I'm listening to podcasts or watching videos, I do it when I'm doing something mindless. So when I'm driving and I know where I'm going, or when I'm just getting out of the shower, or when I'm cooking. I love to do that when I'm cooking if nobody's trying to talk to me. If you are feeling anxious right now, if you are feeling kind of shaky, I'm feeling you. And go to episode 6 when you hop off of here of Rise Within Conversations. I have a calming and healing guided meditation that I have infused with Reiki, and I want you to listen to that. It's 5 minutes. take 5 minutes and just allow yourself to breathe and go back and listen to the beginning of this video and allow yourself to move the energy out of your body. Okay, guys, I gotta go pick up my kids. I gotta be there in like 10 minutes, but I only live a few minutes away, so it's okay. But if you have any questions, again, hit me up if you have questions about my spiritual life coaching program, you want to know the ins and outs of it or the pricing plan options. I will be posting this video on Instagram. I will put it to my IGTV, and I will be getting all the links up as well. So I love you guys. I hope you have an amazing day. I'm here for you. My door is always open, and I will see you very soon.